Welcome back. 2 more sets to go in the prelims here in the professional division on center court. We are at the 2023 NXL World Cup. I'm Matty Marshall, blessed to have both Ryan Gray and Mike Bianca, hosts of the Coaches Show. Check out their new podcast, going to be coming at you soon. I think you guys actually just recorded an episode here a couple hours ago.
Episode 1 is going to go live November 14th at, I believe, 10 a.m.
Nice, and that's just going to be a wealth of knowledge. We'll be talking about that a little bit, but right now, Columbus Level and Seattle Uprising. So, boys, this is a big one. Columbus Level looked really good through their first 2 games. They were undefeated. They did get taken down by the Lucky 15s. So, Lucky 15s are done. They're 3-1. If Level wins this one, then they'll be 3-1 as well too. And then X Factor and Diesel in the last set, it's getting very chaotic in that bracket for sure. Also in this set, Aftermath has just been dominant out here, and they haven't lost a game. They're looking really good. What a difference an event makes as they're about to play the Bears. But first up, it's going to be Level and Uprising. And man, Uprising also was, you just never know what Uprising you're going to get. I mean, they almost had a comeback against Lucky 15, scoring 2 points in 40 seconds. They're going to be a first to strike. They take out Danny the Big Show Schoenauer. He's going to have to walk off from this snake side. So it's a 4-on-4 situation, or did Uprising lose a body?
Uprising has 5 alive, and it's looking like it's a 5-on-3 advantage. Uprising can play the spoiler here. They have nothing to lose. They can go out here and just play some paintball.
Yeah, so it looks like, oh man, Olsen might have caught a bounce. It's very humid today, so we've seen more bounces today than I've seen the entire tournament combined, and as Olsen's now going to push up a little bit and get into that lay-down door, looking towards the D side, as we see our eye in the sky, and there's that angle trying to put a little bit of pressure on Olsen, and also they have a body at that wedge as well too, so there's the 5th one. So attacking up the center right here early for Uprising and up a body.
Yeah, Uprising's playing the field exactly how I think it should be played, for sure. And you want to talk about spoiler? If Level wins this game, San Antonio X Factor is out.
For sure.
For sure, because Level beat them head-to-head. So if San Antonio X Factor wins their last game, they're 3-1. Level is 3-1. But Level has the head-to-head.
It's crazy out here, man. I mean, Level, if you look at that bracket, it's X Factor and Diesel as 1 and 2, and then it's Level, Uprising, and Lucky 15s. So Lucky 15s as the last seed went 3-1. Level also could be going 3-1 as well too. It's World Cup, man. Crazy things always happen at World Cup. As Uprising is going to break through the 50-yard line here, they are going to be taking out a body for Level, but losing that body. So definitely playing the aggressors here in point number 1, Seattle Uprising.
Advantage Uprising 4-on-2. You know, you made a comment about the Lucky 15s. The European teams have just been so impressive at this event. Ryan and I were talking about that earlier. It's great for paintball.
Well, Mike, even Joy Division, oh, look at this, though. We'll have to talk about that in a second. Is here comes Level on the counterattack on that D side, getting all the way to the 50-yard line. Olsen getting diced up, and another body going to come off for Uprising. So Columbus Level making it happen on that D side.
I believe it's a 1-on-1, Matty.
Yeah, 1-on-1. I think it's Graham Arnold. Is this Graham? Yeah, I mean, Graham Arnold is the 1-on-1 specialist here for Seattle Uprising. And this is an interesting 1-on-1 as they're going back and forth here. Oh, and Graham Arnold's going to get that crossfield shot on Justin Politi. So Graham Arnold, like I said, the 1-on-1 specialist for the past, I believe 7 years or so. He has been the guy in these moments, time and time again, prevailing. He doesn't win them all, but no one does. But he definitely wins more than he loses, and he's going to put the team on his back and put the first point on the board for Uprising, trying to play the spoiler here.
Kind of unfortunately, that was a quintessential Uprising close. 4-on-2, right? Almost blow it. Put your guy in a situation where he's got to win a 1-on-1. You know, now you got to buy that guy a beer.
Well, it's also, yeah, 100% Ryan. Definitely, Graham Arnold's probably should have been bought a lot of beers over the years for Uprising, but when I get coaches up here, you know, guys like yourself, you know, we get Rich and Joe. I mean, the leading lights, that's what I try to bring up here, top players, top coaches, and to get everyone's perspectives. But, you know, it's always, when I get the coaches up here, I look over when you see teams squander high body situations or make bad mistakes, and you guys are rolling your eyes and shaking your head because, you know, everyone has to deal with that. But yeah, but that's Uprising. You know, they unfortunately it's just some work to do for them to try to tighten things up. So throwing into point number 1 here, see if Aftermath can continue their domination. They're going to get a shot on Sakaguchi off the break as he tried to take some ground on that D side. They are pocketed up with their other 4 bodies, and Aftermath goes hardcore pocket as well too. But we're going to probably see that a lot more as things go on here.
I think it's become painfully obvious that the pocket is the way to go.
2 bodies.
Oh, and a minor.
And this setup that you see out of Aftermath right here, I think you're going to see this over and over and over again. That's going to be the brand.
That snake side laydown brick can control that Dorito side gap. The snake side tower can maintain the snake side gap. Look at that. It's just excellent execution by Aftermath.
Wow, and Aftermath, you know, we when we filmed the show, we were talking about people who could play spoiler, and they were playing their other match while we were filming. And we come back over, and they're, you know, here they are sitting 3-0 and looking fantastic.
Yeah, it's just I just love to see teams that don't look good and go to looking great. And so one of the perfect examples in 2023 is New York Extreme. I mean, at the middle to end of last year, we were talking about how New York Extreme, if things didn't go their way, might get relegated. And then we head into 2023, and they're one of the best teams in the world, top 5. With, I mean, they lost, 3 games in the prelims all season long. And when you look at their plus minuses, I mean, they're not only are they winning games, they're winning by a lot. So, but that's and barely any changes on the roster. You know, so they lose Harris, but other than losing Harris, they did pick up Silos Cortez. He hasn't even really played that much.
Mid-year, though, too, right?
What's that?
Mid-year.
Yeah, mid-year.
Right?
Yeah.
And they were already playing well without him.
Yeah, so, but again, this game is mental. It's like General Mattis said, one of the best generals we've had in the United States, the most important space on the battlefield is the 6 inches in between your ears. So Uprising now up by 1 over Columbus Level, as Level is going to be losing body out of here from the Snake side. Man, anytime Danny comes off, you know, Danny is just such a big killer for Level. They got a lot. I mean, Levels, they've taken a 3rd place before. They've struggled this season. They got a lot of killers on that squad, but losing Danny is always big for them.
Uprising with a 5-on-3 advantage against Level. Both teams went big, and the risk reward paid off for Uprising.
Uprising still with 5 bodies, and that got a 1-point advantage, and they're in a good spot. So just need to smother Level right now.
It'd be nice to see them understand what's happening here. Just take a deep breath. They don't have to do anything. They've got a 1-point lead. Don't put your guy in another one-on-one making silly moves.
Yeah, as little mistakes as possible is kind of the that's the wisdom that comes at a premium. You know, it's like, look, just I know it's hard. It's very difficult out here. But Uprising now, yeah, I mean, 5 bodies, good crossfield spread. They got D1 going to crawl into the snake, also lay down door, and everyone's locked in their spots, looking pretty calm, looking methodical. 11-11 on the clock. They go into snake 2, now outside snake 2.
Is that Damian Ryan up in the center?
See, that's
exactly
okay.
what I was talking about right here.
Break it down, Ryan. Yeah.
There
so,
it is.
You know, he has an opportunity literally to crawl all the way to their side of the field. If you're gonna come past that first mini win on the snake side, which has a great shot into the middle of the field, make that guy make the mistake to come to your side into your box. Instead, he makes the move to go up and then backs up into the second one where he's wide open to the guy in the middle of the field and then plays over the top.
And to lose a gunfight.
Damian Ryan tries to force the issue through the center.
Yeah, and he's shooting at the guy in the can where the guy in the middle, he's open to everybody on the field. Just big mistake.
So Damian Ryan getting shot up that center of the field. Olsen is hunting for it, and here comes a big burst by Ilya up on that D side, and that is going to do it. So, yeah, man, Seattle Uprising, this is not how Level wanted to start this must-win situation for them.
Ryan, you and I talk about it's a matter of who makes the first mistake. And in this case, we're seeing who's making the least mistakes. It seems that I'm seeing mistakes being made by both teams.
In the pits right now, let's listen in here. Seattle Uprising, Coach Ormrod.
Yes, what I'm saying is he will always fill that. If he's in the Alpha, he's always going to end up in the Texas.
Hey, whoever got that kill on the snake, wait me.
I
don't know.
It wasn't me, it was the inside. I had the wire, he walked out. Whoever was shooting.
Okay, that's weird that nobody knows who's shooting.
That's right. We didn't have an understanding of our zones.
So jumping into point number 2 here, ASG Aftermath been relatively masterful out here in the prelims. They are going to be losing one of those bodies from the back center off the break, as the Brooklyn Bears also mirror up that play. They double up the back center as well, too. They don't lose anybody yet. And then they're going to get Nick up to the door. Oh, they lose Frank at Tomas with the bad. Oh, my God. And they're going to lose Sakaguchi as well, too, trying to fill that spot. Oh, my God. It's just looking terrible right now for the Bears. They had a 1-body advantage, and they just throw away a 5-on-4.
What great discipline, though, out of Aftermath. Shoot the guy out of the Dorito side can. Immediately, Sakaguchi tries to fill it. Get shot right away. Great discipline.
But Ryan and Mike, that's what's so impressive about Aftermath right now. They're shooting bodies on the break. They're not really losing too many bodies. I mean, Castro just went all the way back to get his barrel. Sorry, that's Quentin Duchesne. Oh, he runs into a gun. He dropped his barrel somehow, went to go get it, and then tried to get the 50, and he got diced up by Altimore. But the damage was already done as the Bears are forced to concede, even though this point started 5-on-4 in favor of the Bears. And those are the head scratchers. Again, it's just it's so funny. When I get the players up here, they got a certain vibe. I get the coaches up here, but when I see things like that and I look over at you guys are just doing the disappointed dad head shake.
Absolutely.
Like the grimace,
yeah.
God no, just like you saw like you smelled something horrible and you're seeing something horrible and you just can't stop yourself from shaking your head in disappointment.
Unfortunately, Mike and I are both sitting up here with the tournament over 1-3, and so there's been a lot of head shaking disappointment this weekend. And it's always tough as a coach when you understand how the way the field is supposed to be played. You create opportunities for your team to win the point, and unfortunately, they don't. So
See how Level answers here. Down 2.
Yeah, it's a big moment right now for Level. They are going to be losing Politi off the break on that D side. They do take ground up the center of the field, getting to the wedge and to the door. Back center hot, looking like he wants to get out as well here. Left-hand side of your screen. Columbus Level on the red side. Uprising on the blue side. Uprising with this 2-point lead. 10:07 on the clock. Oh, and the body dropping out of that back center here for Columbus Level.
I'm excited to see at some point it's going to happen for Seattle Uprising. They're in every single match they play. It's a 1-2-point game. It's an overtime. Their placing doesn't really show how good they actually play.
Yeah, I mean, the core of that team has been together for years, and they have proven, it's been a while, but they have beaten top teams, and they play the spoiler a lot. They're trying to do it again. I'm just wondering, it's just kind of one of those head scratchers. I don't know what they need. They have talent. They stay in these games, and I think they just need to get real, and then there's going to be a concession here for Level, so Uprising starting to run away with this one. But yeah, it's just, it has been a while, but I do think I don't know what it's going to be. A little more focused practicing better teams. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't live in their heads. I'm not the manager of their lives. I don't know, but I've seen every point they've played as professionals, most of those points multiple times. And I'm scratching my head too. What's it going to take?
Did you notice how nice what I just said was? That's Mike Bianca that's his influence on me, because I just said literally during the show,
making you
losing
soft,
is
bro.
losing.
I was going to.
So they are right where they're supposed to be.
That's exactly
I'm going
right.
to fix what I said.
That's right.
They are exactly where they're supposed to be, because if they were supposed to be higher, they would be.
Yeah.
See, you're going to be zen any day now. I did want to ask you a question. If you're Level's coach, you're down 3-0 with 9.5 minutes. What are you saying to your team in the pit?
The first thing I'm going to do is stop sending the guy either to the can or the can on the Dorito side or the Dorito one. If you're going to go out, even to the can, dive. Yeah, so we got a 5-on-4 in favor of the Brooklyn Bears.
Aftermath losing their Dorito 1 player.
Well, the Bears, they need something here, and they're going to get another kill. So it's a 3-on-5 now in favor of the Bears. But then they throw a body away, just running out into the back corner bunker blindly.
And if your team, for those of you listening, if the team you're playing, if they're in the pocket and you're in the pocket, the move is not out. It's up.
It's up.
Go up.
Up.
It's a little free advice here from the coach's show. Chris Caputo, he was my stud at the Joust, Go Glorious, and he handled business for me. He scored like 13 of our 32 points. He's looking for it right now, and he's going to go right to the 50. So Chris Caputo in a good
He's about to get some free
right
kills here.
Yeah, he definitely could get some free kills, as he's only got one gun his way, and it's actually not even his way. He's shooting towards the backfield. There's no gun on Chris Caputo right now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if
One,
he goes low
two,
and launches, he's going to get them all.
And there it is.
Yep.
Oh, his buddy. I don't know.
His buddy got the third.
His buddy got the third, but it was his damage that started it
Chris,
off.
I'm giving it to you, buddy. You get an assist.
I love it.
Yeah, it's not quite on the list. Great job, Chris. Not quite on the list for the $500, courtesy of Pate Smith Law. So if you need a lawyer to represent you in a property claim against your insurance company, doing God's work, hit up Pate Smith. But he's putting up $5,000 for the move, best individual move.
5,000.
5,000 for tomorrow.
So have you seen it? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so I would expect tomorrow to see if somebody's in a blowout, you're going to see some chaos.
For sure. There's literally $5,000 at stake. Now, so far in the prelims, there's $500 at stake, and it's Sam Silberg with a 5-pack winning a 1-on-4, and then Mike McGowan with one of these cleanest, most beautiful 5-packs I've seen. Mike McGowan for the Ironman came through and just decimated, and that was amazing. And honestly, I didn't think anyone could catch Sam. I still think I need to go back and watch both of those points again multiple times to kind of really get the true read on it. So I can't just give the decision just based on what.
Well, I'm
going to
lean to. I know Sam very well. I actually played an ICPL with him, but Mike McGowan's been one of my closest friends for many, many, many years. So I'm going to have to lean towards Mike.
You know, Mike, it's not who you like.
Well, it can be that way, Ryan. Sometimes.
Hey, everyone's allowed.
I don't like
opinion.
anyone, so that's easy.
Yeah, but those are the two guys in the running. And again, man, props to Mike McGowan, because I did not think anyone would even come close to Sam's move, but Mike McGowan's 5-pack was absolutely nasty.
We'll have to pull those up on the show next week.
Let's do that.
Yeah. So those are the two for sure. And then for the 5K, who knows? I mean, Sunday's going to get absolutely brutal. Tomorrow's going to be a gauntlet, because if you make it through out of the 20 into the top 10, you have to go play in the Ochos, and then that's just to move on into the quarterfinals. Top 4 teams will move on no matter what. It is interesting though. The Damage is going to be the #1 seed. They look phenomenal. They didn't lose a game out here. They defeated Dynasty today. Oh, look at this though. Level is getting a rough go of it here. They're losing 2 bodies, and they're going to lose that 3rd body with Damian Ryan dying as well. So I don't know if it's the pressure. I mean, they're running very similar game plans that we've seen them do well so far at this event. Now, Justin Politi has had some heroics for them before, and he's still alive on that D side. But it looks like they are going to concede the point to keep the time.
I don't know about that.
Well, hold on. Did Justin get shot, though?
No.
Because if he was still alive at that 50.
He was still alive, and basically what they had just seen is they just seen 3 bodies come off. Uprising's in the pocket, but they didn't. I'm guessing the coach didn't see Politi in that delta, because we've talked about this 100 times. Take it out of the coach's hands, make something happen. Politi was actually doing that point, and I believe the previous point, or maybe it was the second to previous point, but Politi was making something happen, and you got to give him that opportunity.
Yeah, they just pulled back a low body situation doing the exact same thing. Take a breath.
Yeah. It's just tough, though, because the way that the pits are, and if you're just joining us, it's tough to get a read as a coach or whoever it is that's making that decision to concede or not when you're way in the backfield with a lot separating you from the action as far as visibility is concerned. Right. But still, and we've seen that, I think, 2 or 3 times out here so far this weekend where I just didn't agree. You know, look, you guys are going to see what you're going to see. Typically, whatever the coach saw, but I have my own opinion. But I've seen at least 3 instances where I was like, they should not have conceded that point. So jumping back into this next one here, close, a little bit of a closer match here with a 2-1 score with a lot of time left, a little under 12 to go. Aftermath double that back center. They're trying to go undefeated through the prelims.
I just don't understand the guy getting shot, going to that can, standing up 2 points in a row, and he does the same thing.
Yeah, so Bears are now down to 4, and they're doubling up that back center, so they need to get out of that spot, because if Aftermath gets out wide, they're not going to be able to live there. They do dice up the tower on the D side as Aftermath's able to get out wide, though, D side to D1, but that even ups the count. So, again, it's one of those situations where it's 5-on-4, and they throw a body away.
The poise of Aftermath is fascinating to watch at this point.
Yeah, he got shot in the arm.
Oh, poise is a good word.
Talking about poise, and then he does that.
Well, true, but overall, through 3 games, though, poise has been a good word to describe. Oh, we got another body coming off right now. 2 actually coming off for the Bears. They're down to just 2 bodies left alive. Chris Caputo's rolling dice over here on the snake side, trying to make something happen.
He picks up the snake side can. He should be able to. That player's hit in the snake side can. Caputo definitely put a ball on him.
And when I was talking about poise, I'm not giving the Aftermath guys too hard a time, but your body's up like that, you got to make sure that this guy can't get out and get into the snake. You can't drop that job.
Well, to me, as far as my criticism is concerned, it's like Mike with the Hurricanes at this event. Once you achieve a certain level of greatness, I expect that out of you on a regular basis. If we don't see that, then you're going to get more criticism.
Absolutely.
So with how well Aftermath is playing this year, or not this year, but at this event, they're undefeated here. So any little mistake right now for Aftermath, we kind of have to highlight that because they just haven't really made that many mistakes.
I think there's something in the water here with Aftermath in Florida because, they came out the first event, played pretty well. And then they had kind of 3 struggling events, and then here they are again in Florida, playing pretty well again. Not pretty well. They're actually playing great.
They're playing out.
Playing great.
Yeah, so it was actually the second event that Aftermath did well.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
Texas. So it was 13th here in Florida, 6th, but then 18th, 16th. And when you look at their plus-minus on the 18th and 16th, it was really bad. So at the third event, Aftermath, they only beat the Saints by 1. and they had a -14. And then when you go into the second to last event, a 16th, they beat the Bears by 2, but still a -13.
Wow.
So to go -27, winning 2 games out of 8, and then showing up and looking this good, it's like, wow, you guys did a great job of preparation for World Cup.
And they do look like they could play spoiler.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we just got a minor penalty on Damian Ryan running up the center, and then they start running bodies into the grinder. So now I believe it is a 3-on-2. No,
3-on-2.
look at this.
He's got
There's
it.
a hopper hit, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
and they're going to
penalty.
throw a penalty.
It's gonna be a
That's going to
minor.
make it a
Come on, Uprising.
2-on-1 favor of level.
Yeah, so Uprising had a chance here. Well, strangely enough, it's Graham Arnold as the last player left alive. Or no, is that Ormrod? No, that's Graham. But he's looking in a 1-on-2 situation.
Way
And
to
he's-
answer by level.
Yeah, level. They got a gift though. I mean,
They did.
I'll take that gift any day of the week. But yeah, Lemon and Schonauer left alive. Lemon gonna hit that buzzer, and at least they're on the board still. And there's a lot of time left.
A lot of
8:16.
time. 8 minutes is a lifetime.
Well, just before that penalty, when Level was losing those first bodies, I was about to say, what is happening to Level? Because, you know, the game against Lucky 15s, they lost it, but that was a battle.
Yeah.
And then they won their first games, and not only did they win their first games, they beat Diesel and they beat X Factor. So it's not like they were, you know, beaten up on the bottom of the barrel in the league. Even
Yeah,
though,
it's not like they played Notorious.
Or Hurricanes.
But just as I was about to say what's happening to Level, they do finally answer. Again, a bit of a gift. Uprising threw that one away by getting that penalty, but they still have a 3-point lead, but there's a lot of time left. We're in the pits right now with Level. Let's check it out. Hollowell does not look happy.
It doesn't.
All right, jumping back into this one here. Aftermath going to be shooting a body, and it's a good kill. Chris Caputo. They are losing a body with Cody Chong taking a walk. It's a 4-on-4 situation. Ooh, slip and a fall as Bears trying to get out. Makes it clean, though, as Nick makes it to the tower, or to the can. And they're going to get out to D1. So
I absolutely love these new graphics.
Yeah, so Bears with a little bit better field position, getting wide on the Dorito side, which I think at that time he made the right move.
yeah, and they got some time to work with here. So outside contained for Bears a little bit, though, with the. But D1 with Frank Antonomaso. So D1 tiered in, D2's tiered in slightly, D3 tiered out fully. D2's got some good spots. D3 more of an attacking position. Oh, but a body dropping out of that can. The can and the Landry logistics spot on the snake side have become the bunkers of death. I keep seeing guys lose gunfights out of those positions. And it's tough, right? I mean, you're going to be locked. There's bounce shots you got to worry about.
So you see a job shift from Aftermath there. And it ends up working, pays off. They eliminate the Bears, Dorito too.
Yeah, but he turns
quickly
around
filled.
to talk. Yeah, he turns around to talk, immediately misses the shot.
Right, has an opportunity to pick up that quick fill.
God, I'm going to try to be less critical, I promise.
Well, it's kind of your job right now here, Ryan. That's why we have you up here. You know, you're a coach, and we need your analytical mind. So if you see a mistake made, please highlight it. In fact, if I was these guys, I would love for you to do that for me, because then
Okay,
I get
so-
to go back and watch the tape and be like, oh, thanks for the free advice, Ryan.
So 2 mistakes. One, the player who went into the second Dorito, who just saw his boy get shot out making the exact same move, that's not the time to make it. Go up the middle. Go through the middle. Obviously, there's something set up through the middle of the field. It gunned him down. You don't know where the guy is, and you're kind of lawlessly, blindly making a move, and it costs you.
Yeah. And so right now the Bears in the 50-yard line. Trying to make something happen here with Sakaguchi on your screen. And they need it. Down by 2 with 8:20 to go. And it's going to dip back a little bit. He's being proactive in that spot. We can see our eye in the sky. So, oh, did he get caught? No, tactical retreat for Sakaguchi, going to come back into D3. As Missouri going to move up for Aftermath to the door. He's looking that way. He knows there's a body towards that side. He's totally focused on that D side. See if he can catch Sakaguchi. Oh, he had a shot in on
got
Sakaguchi.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Come on.
yeah.
Come on.
Yes, Sakaguchi.
Don't steal Steven's kill.
And you had the numerical advantage. That was the right maneuver. Even if it's a trade, that's how you do it.
So Aftermath putting another point on the board here.
And Steven did exactly what I was talking about. Like, if you're in the pocket and the other team gets a guy outside, right, or they're still in the pocket, The move is still to go through the middle of the field just like he did. You have these giant obstacles in front of you to block everything out, and you can do that little duck walk he did, make a good shot.
Duck walk, stayed low, had his gun up towards that D side, didn't miss his shot on Sakaguchi. I like that Sakaguchi was being proactive over there, but he also has to understand that when you're there long enough, out long enough, if you're playing a team with some good players, they're going to get a read and react off of that, so you can't stay out of your bunker for that long. So
Yeah, and your
mistake
body's
for
down.
Sakaguchi.
Right? And your body's down.
Yeah, and your body's down.
I believe that was a 4-on-2, so Steve made the right read to go and trade. Even if he trades with him, it's now a 3-on-1. That was the right numerical maneuver.
So Uprising here trying to play the spoiler, and Columbus level knock him out of the World Cup as big bite on the D side here for Uprising, going all the way to D3, pretty much off the break, and then right into the 50 with Ilya. And he's alive. He's got 4 bodies with him. Now they're going to get Scott out from that back center.
Yeah,
They
so
just-
4-on-4.
Oh, 4-on-4 now. Yeah, because Ilya just got shot out of that 50.
Yeah, and Level tries to do this crazy run around the smallest bunker on the field over here.
The out, around, and up arc run.
Are they wide on the Dorito side? They are wide on the Dorito side. So levels is a little bit wider.
This is the almost an identical setup to what we just saw. Is this Ormrod here in the Landry Logistics bunker?
That's Brandon Olsen.
Olsen.
Olsen's a tall, blonde dude, long hair, always sticking out of his beanie.
They all wear all black, so it's really hard.
Oh,
to tell.
trust me. Welcome to my world, Ryan. I understand. But now Ormrod plays the 3, typically at the back spot, thicker dude. They're both bigger guys, but Olsen you always know because he has got blonde hair sticking out.
Oh,
from
right,
yeah,
underneath. I see
yeah.
it now.
That's the tell for Olsen. It used to be hard back when they had Matty Olsvik and Olsen, and then that was hard to tell. But so now Damian Ryan hunting in the center here for Columbus level. They're down by 3, 6:50 to go. Need to present some sort of offense. Uprising seems to be content to just chill and shoot these zones. They do have a little bit of outside wide with Scott.
Politi walks from the Dorito 3 into the 50 Delta and gets clipped on the calf.
Delta being the 50-yard line over on the.
Yes, thank you. My apologies.
It's all good. Oh, but Olsen losing a gunfight from one of the bunkers of death is that Landry Logistics spot. It's been tough to live in for some bodies. And Ormrod might have got shot. No, stayed alive in that back center. Graham Arnold at the can, looking D side now, going to flip his gun here towards the snake. And yeah, so just holding the line, burning clock. Again, 6 minutes left, sizable lead. Ooh, and they get the kill on Danny. No, is that Ian? I think that's Ian Rolston. No, it's Hollowell. Hollowell was over here trying to push the issue on the snake side.
They're playing over the top the whole time.
So Chase Kramer's still alive, but Damian Ryan's going to, get, I think he might, I saw something blow off of Damian or maybe the bunker, but yeah, because he just flipped over and I don't see anything on his pack. And there's, yeah, just lots of spray coming off. So Damian focusing his gun towards that D2 position and a body coming off. Oh, Graham Arnold's about to get a penalty. Graham Arnold going to get a penalty. That's going to make this one, was it going to be major, minor? It looks like it's going to be a minor.
Just a minor.
Yeah, pulls out Scott. Scott had made a nice move in a D2, almost caught Damian. And so in a 2-on-2 situation, the penalty is going to cost him, and that's going to make this one interesting here because a 2-point spread with 5.5 minutes is very doable. So,
Man, I'd love to see Damien do that more often. When he goes up into the middle like that, he's really dangerous.
So Uprising needs to tighten it up a bit. Cannot be getting penalties if you want to stave off an attack. Columbus level still in this one here. And we're back in the pits right now with Columbus level. Let's see how the vibe's going to be here. I do always like having the coaches up for when we get looks in the pits.
Same. I like to hear what they have to say.
Yeah, yeah, I don't have the audio here and there, but it looks pretty calm and composed. But it looks like they're all just getting ready for the next one. I don't really see too much focus and talking about what's going on and what they just saw in that last one. It's like anytime when we get, and this is very telling, every time we cut to one of the top 4 pits, there is a lot of movement, a lot of emotion, focused intensity, discussions going on, tiny little variables being, thoroughly discussed. So that's how it always should look when you cut to the pits. Win or lose, too, even if you're up by 4 or 5. So body coming off right now with Sakaguchi risking it up the middle, and he's going to be taking the walk. So 4 bodies alive right now for the Bears. They're down by 3 to Aftermath, 7:33 to go. Aftermath in a 5-on-4 situation and a lead, so it's going to be up to the Bears. This is a good time for Aftermath. Look, you're 3-0. You're up 3 points. burn some clock right now. You got what we're calling the arrowhead stock break up the center, very safe. And everyone's just posted up. Yeah, man, you know that the Bears are going to have to push forward. Really no reason to risk anything right now for Aftermath.
Well, Aftermath's got the right setup. This snake side laydown brick can control that Dorito gap. The snake side tower, the snake side can. They now have the Dorito side can on the cross and the home controlling the Dorito side lane. So
The Bears do have to start thinking about tempo pretty quickly.
agreed. This setup protects the center, it protects the wides.
Yeah.
So
Ivan
this
Gonzalez
is
getting
the
out-
play you call if you want to kill clock.
Yeah. Ivan Gonzalez getting out to the Dorito 1.
Yeah, so it's not do or die moment quite yet for the Bears, but if they want to win this one, we're getting there.
Yeah,
we are
tempo's-
very close. We are very close to it.
Tempo is going to be a big deal.
So define what you mean by tempo, Ryan. You're talking about pace of the aggression, right?
Yeah, it's understanding that you need 3 to 4 points, and you now have just over 6 minutes to get it done. You got to look at points, time per points. So if we're gonna, Ivan gets shot out of Dorito 1 there. So like, as a coach, when I'm thinking about play call and I'm watching what my opponent's doing, and I'm down, I'm looking at how many points do I need to win and how much time do I have left and how much, on a field like this for sure, how much time is realistic to win the number of points I need to get up in the game.
Well, Quentin Duchesne went hunting up in that center of the field, trying to make something happen. But with that chaos, bodies are dropping right now for the Bears. It's just Chris Caputo left alive over here as he dives into Snake 1 in a desperation attack situation. And he gets eaten up. So, again, that just, yeah, man, Aftermath, the poise, as you were saying, Mike, is pretty high right now for Aftermath.
Their timing is right, not to be confused with the tempo. The timing of Aftermath, where they set up, they get the key kills, and then they can launch from this positioning. The setup allows that push through the center to create the chaos, drag a body or two, and now you've got the body advantage, and now we just kill clock and let them kill themselves trying to force their ways down the access aisles.
Yeah, and for Aftermath, the tempo is exactly the same. It's how much time do we need to burn to keep them from getting the number of points they need to either catch up or be ahead.
The one thing, and I'm interested to see what you guys think about this, but I'm a little scared for Aftermath. Now, bear with me for a second. Because they're probably going to run undefeated through the prelims. They haven't really faced that much adversity. And it's a team that's still a young, up-and-coming squad, so they haven't really had to, quote-unquote, fix too many things. And now you're about to go into the Survivor Island grudge match bloodbath. It's going to be Sunday, with really not having to had any hard meetings, no screaming matches, no like figuring out a lot of hard lessons. Now, obviously, they look really good, but sometimes it's really good to face adversity as long as you make it through, because you have to have those hard discussions with your squad. Everyone internally has to focus on their mistakes and fix things. They've just kind of, I'm not coasting, but, you know, earning the right to go through undefeated. But for a young squad like that, you know, again, when you're a top-level team, okay, cool. Your dynasty, your damage, your heat, your impact, whatever. You go undefeated through the prelims. It's not the first time you've done that. You've probably done that 20 times, you know? So, but for Aftermath, they when they go, if you guys are listening, when you go into your meetings, be very, very, very microscopic on the mistakes that could have happened, you know, and be honest about it.
Also recognize the mistakes the other team made, because the other teams you're going to meet on Sunday probably won't be doing those.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, like, my opinion is, and in my experience, is any time that I've been in a grinder preliminary pool where all the teams are really good and not just closely competitive at the bottom, but good teams, and we're playing well, and if you can get out of that and you have already been to a few wars, it makes Sunday not simple, but easier.
Easier.
Yeah, you've been challenged, you've had struggles, you've sweat, you've had to make a lot of adjustments. Yeah, this one's just falling apart.
Yeah, Aftermath,
Wow.
Uprising losing 3 bodies all pretty much within the 10 seconds of each other now.
Oh, wait. No, I think there's a third body for Level over there coming down to
Yeah,
Riverwood.
Level's doing just fine here in this one. They're going to make this one a game here. Uprising, it was all Uprising to start things out, but Level, to their credit, staying composed and fighting for this one, knowing that the tournament's on the line for them, and it's been, you know, all Level here for these past 3 points. They're about to pull it within one with 4:19 left to go. Can they keep up this run now is the question. Is Chase Kramer stomps on that buzzer, going to get checked out by the ref, thumbs up, point is good.
And I love the adjustment that Level made there. Went really creatively right up into the Dorito 3. He didn't mess around. Goes right up into the structure over there on the Dorito side in the 50. Immediately comes around, starts killing people. Didn't allow them a time to figure out where he was. And I like that he shot back guys first. At least that's what it looked like, right? So the front
appear
guys,
that way.
yeah. So the back guys can't see their front guys die and where they're shot. They shot the back guys first, so the front guys have no idea.
Once he realized he was through that particular gap, Uprising didn't make the adjustment quick enough to recognize that, hey, this is the next job, this is the next lane. He just took full advantage of it.
That was great.
Yeah, we're in the pits right now with Level as they're pushing forward here, only down by 1. Let's see what it's going to look like for them here, and let's listen in.
Same thing. Hey, way to be, Bandit. Way to be.
Well, see if the Bears have an answer here. It's been all Aftermath again. And they are going to be losing Grayson Gladstone. He's one of their big killers right now. He comes off early on the break as 5-on-4 situation here for the Bears as we hit the 5-minute mark.
Ivan Gonzalez getting another spin, and now over on the Snake side.
They're trying to stay unscoutable.
That would be my assumption.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
Gotta have paintball players, right?
another move up into the tower here. So spreading out slightly for the Bears. You can see our eye in the sky of the numbers as, yeah, we're looking over the shoulders here for the Brooklyn Bears, trying to force a comeback against Aftermath. Yeah, man, everyone's had a problem against Aftermath. They've just ruled this bracket.
There you go. Yeah, so Aftermath losing their guy out of the Dorito 1. Now is the Bears' opportunity. The guy in the tower on the Dorito side needs to get to work.
100%.
Yeah, with the door, this lay-down door, the Aftermath is shooting the cross right now. The guy, he gets away with it, but it's risk that you don't have to take. You're up bodies, you're down bodies, but you're up points.
Well,
Again, the edges, be up the middle.
Even with the snake side brick on the cross, coming up through the center, he can't catch that. He's trying to hold the Dorito gap.
Well, Caputo getting shot running through, and still 3. It looks like it's a 3-on-1 situation here. Ramirez still alive.
He just nicked one. I think he just hit Dorito side. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so my point is, if you don't know where the guy is in the middle of the field, go up to the middle, go find him, hunt him, and then you can let your Dorito guy know where he is. Now he can make that move. He's just got to deal with one gun, and he knows where he is.
Now we're in a 1-on-1.
Oh, get out.
Oh my God, Ramirez brought this back from oh my God, and Ramirez is gonna, hey, Ramirez got a 1-on-3 coin for you, buddy. Jesus. Aftermath just undaunted. Wow, that was a 1-on-3 situation, and the Bears just completely squandered that opportunity, going one at a time right into Ramirez's gunfighting wins. That was nasty. And he's just gonna slow walk in. No need to hurry. They got a big lead, and they are undefeated so far.
You know what they say? The guy who keeps his head in a gunfight keeps his head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that what they say?
Well, that's what I say.
I'm sorry,
Who says
Martinez.
That's what I say.
Martinez?
You know, because I've been in so many of them.
Well, you've been in a lot of simulated gunfights.
That's true.
After being in simulated gunfights for 30 years, I never want to get in a real gunfight.
That's right.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, I do not want to do that.
Yeah, interestingly enough, this is my 30th year since the day I shot. Not the day, but the year I played paintball for the first time.
No kidding.
Yeah, 1993.
I actually played paintball in 1993.
Are you guys older than me? Be older than me. You are, yeah?
I think I'm
Mike?
older than you.
Please be older than me. Please be older than me. I'm 45.
All right,
I'm
older
50.
than I'm 47.
Oh, wow. I'm the oldest up here?
The elder
man.
statement.
Hey, when we go down, let me know. I'll go down first, and I'll help you down the ladder.
Thank you. Goodness gracious. I probably need help.
Yeah, I think I played paintball in 93, but I went pro in 94 at 16.
Oh, my gosh.
That was my first World Cup, 94, 29th year at World Cup.
My first World Cup was 1997. This is the 20th one I have been to.
My first World Cup was 1999.
And so body coming off right now is Danny the Big Show Schonauer taking the walk for Columbus Level here. And this is a big moment.
Right.
It's 4-on-3. It's 4-3. There's 4 minutes left to go. Columbus Level would love to get a win here.
They're going to throw a major because it's on it. Okay, they didn't. It was on his mask.
Yeah, Ormrod getting shot out of that back center. So they do have outside contained here in the little cake for Uprising, and they're going to get outside wide on the D side as well, too. And bodies have dropped. Ryan, you got better eyes on that middle for level. Did you see anyone at the middle for level?
Yeah, he just got shot.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got a 2-on-3 in
Four.
favor. 4?
4.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Uprising. Don't throw this away. Come on.
3:15 to go. Oh, and
Yeah.
level trying to get into D2.
There you
So
go.
that's going to force a concession.
That was smart.
Uprising trying to play the spoiler, knock level out of this tournament.
Yeah, so Uprising did that right.
Yep.
He did it right. Patient, took a deep breath, understood the zones, played with some control.
Finally got some smiles out of the coaches' faces up here. I tell you, it is hilarious, though. Just the different reactions, because the players, they get real microscopic on, like, real individual stuff certain players are doing, whereas the coaches come up and they have the more aggregate, kind of 30,000 foot
Real
view look
macro.
on things. Yeah, very macro. But it's fun. That's why we try to bring as many different of the leading lights of the sports up here to get their different takes on things.
I will say that I do feel like both teams, Level and Uprising, are playing a lot of individual paintball, and it's just playing into one or the other team's advantage.
I was going to say that exact same thing, because when you look in the pit here, like, I like to see my guys who are on the same side of the field, those two guys having a conversation, these two guys having a conversation, and every time we've been in LVL's pit and Uprising's pit, we just don't see that.
And I'm real cool with motivational stuff. Like, hey man, good one, good on, like the high fives. That's fine as long as it's combined with that, but then also the micro.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, the very small conversations that need to have small details, but big level of experience and conversations that occur with those the duos. You know,
For example,
the
when you
ones
wrapped
and the
on that
twos.
guy, was able to make this
Yeah,
move.
exactly.
You know,
Or don't rap on
Or
that guy
don't
next
rap on that
time.
guy
What
next
were you
time and let's
doing? 'Cause
bait him.
You didn't see him. He was on that other side. You know, he was at D2. Why did you not know that? That was those sorts of conversations.
We're both doing the same job,
Yeah. Yes.
right? A lot.
Exactly.
Especially on this field, I've seen it a lot, and we did it a lot. We made that mistake multiple times.
well, you'll see that. You'll see two guns snake away. You'll see, two guns Dorito away with one containment.
Well,
But
the
what I mean is like this right here. So you got a guy in the back center, his gun is over here. Now it's two on this side again, and so you have the back center gun, the can on this side's gun. So now you're in that 2-on-2, and that's fine. What I see a lot is they shoot the first guy off the break over here, and you still end up 2-on-1 for a long time, and neither one of them saying, hey, I got it. Relax. Go play the other way, or get up the middle, or get out. Yeah, it's so hard sometimes now when I watch paintball, because I am a fan.
Right.
I love to watch it. I get so critical that sometimes it's like, okay, just enjoy the game, dummy. Like, stop trying to make it so.
It's like when I took screenwriting in college, and then I started watching movies, and then it became impossible to watch a movie without trying to find out each plot point, the instigating events, the 3-act structure, and like break it down. You have to tell yourself, dude, just shut up and watch the movie.
Yeah,
man."
enjoy.
Yeah,
That's right.
Be a
just
fan.
enjoy it.
5-on-4 advantage for Aftermath.
And it is my nature. I am uber critical and not very nice. I stopped taking applications for friends a long time ago.
But that's
and
why your show's going to be fun, because Mike can be, you guys are both super analytical, but Mike can err on the side of positive, you can err on the side of negative, and it's going to be fun to watch.
I don't know. I'm trying to get Ryan to be more zen.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
I don't want it to happen because I love him just the way he is.
I'm 47 years old. How much more different can I? I'm a much better human being than I was 10 years ago, right?
Look at this. So the Bears are trying to get crafty in that 50 Dorito side.
Yeah, it's Frank Tommaso who's, they're wrecking ball over there, but they're down to a minute, so they're going to lose this game. It's just what's is ASG going to get the mercy rule or not?
I can promise you they want it.
That snake side tower just took it. Yep. Okay. Good man.
Yeah, I mean, they're going undefeated, which is just so impressive, man.
Yeah, Frank's. So now we're in a 4-on-1, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
So 4-on-1 advantage Aftermath.
And with 42 seconds left, they probably throwing that body away.
3-on-1.
So what's that talking about? Going up the middle? Don't try to get outside.
They're not listening to you, Ryan, obviously.
Goodness gracious, man.
Well,
Hell!
yeah. Well, the thing is typically getting outside and getting that outside contained is typically the move, but
You're already there.
yeah.
You're there in Dorito 1. Just put your gun on the outside of the tower. This guy in the can puts his gun on the outside of this
No,
side
I'm
of the
with
tower.
you. I'm just trying to
That-
walk through why he would possibly do that.
Right. Well, I think, blood in the water. You're undefeated. You're about to be a mercy.
There's only one body
There's
left
only one
alive.
body left. If that was communicated, right? So it's, and there it is. And
Yeah,
they're,
but-
they're definitely going
So
to.
you shoot the guy,
Oh, no,
you're
they're
not going to get the point.
No. They could have gotten that point. But to me, that shows that, hey, we didn't know the kill count. We didn't know, and we know where the other body is. We know where this one body is, but we don't know where these other bodies may be.
I will say that, to kind of be nice for a moment, it is so hard sometimes with all these big bricks, and the first guy up on the snake side a lot of times being down in that brick before the guy gets into the tower, and even sometimes the guy up in the tower, if he releases over into that center brick, you cannot see when guys walk off.
Nope.
So it's so tough to keep the count, and if you ever lose the guy in the can behind him, there's really no one with eyes up over here.
Nope.
So you got guys walking off, and you don't know. You know, in our normal setup where the pit's on the side of the field, it's a lot easier.
Much easier.
So jumping in to this one with a little bit more time on the clock here, and Sunday implications on this one here is Uprising going to be getting that kill and losing a body. So it's a 4-on-4 situation. They lose the one in the center. They shoot the body on the snake side. Level now pushing the issue up the middle of the field.
So tell me why, if you're level and you get your guy up into the Dorito 3 and he goes and shoots everybody and you don't go back.
Yeah, Mike, why?
That's a great question. Let me try and answer that for you.
Okay.
Perhaps the coach is thinking it's a rope dope. We got another level body dropping from the snake side can. They now know levels up in that center. The tandem line has gotten way too long between these levels players.
These guys are trading bodies here. But opportunity for level here, down by 2 with, I think that's Lemon looking for it in the middle. They did lose a body. Oh, but Lemon's going to get peeled off. So opportunity starting to dwindle here. This could be the coffin nail if Uprising can burn a little bit of clock and put this 6-point on the board, take it to 3-point spread. It's going to be full court press attack time right now. But Justin Pleedy, he's just screaming up on that D side.
The Uprising had no snake containment. He gets in and he pauses.
And then goes over the top.
And then goes over the top to let him know where he's at.
Well, Askren's going to launch. He's going to get one, and
it should be a one-on-one with Pleedy.
Yeah,
no,
but
Pleedy's going to be able to hit the buzzer.
Arnold was screaming bloody murder to try to get a penalty on that one, and then Pleedy had stayed alive over there, so it didn't look pretty, but they got it done. Nice job by Askren to come through and throw a wrecking ball into that one, and now we got ourselves a 1-point game. So this is, you know, as a flip side, that could have been a coffin nail, but because no call, I didn't see the actual penalty Graham was screaming for. So, but still, that's just that's how big that moment is there, because now Columbus Level has a legit chance here to try to tie this one up.
Well, you had the snake side tower, you had for Uprising, you had the snake side tower, you had the home, and the snake side can, all looking Dorito side. They knew there was a body over here. You knew it because they kept checking and throwing paint there occasionally, and then they just let him come all the way down.
And that's kind of why I think, Mike, you and I both were like, why did you stop? Why did you come over the top? Because nobody's looking this way.
He could have wrapped
Just
low.
run down, shoot everybody in the back.
His first kill could have been on this snake side tower. He could have wrapped low. The guy would never see him. He peels off his back. Now he pumps up into this wedge in the snake 2, and he peels off the home and then the...
Yeah, and by the way, I got to retract what I said about going back to the well on the Dorito side. I didn't realize that the guy had gone to their wedge.
Right.
Great play call.
Yeah.
Great play call.
Yeah.
Right? Because he has been trying to push it. Like, you send the guy out to the snake, get your guy up. Great way to pull the guns out. You know, they go to the D3, the point before. Again, now they've got to respect the outside on the Dorito side. So, apologies, LVL coach. My bad.
And I would, if I was trying to answer that, let's say that wedge had not existed. If I was trying to explain that, perhaps the coach thought process was what I call the rope-a-dope.
Yeah, right?
Right? Ali used to talk about the rope-a-dope. And, well, we won't get into history. But long story short, the concept is they'll never see it coming again.
Yeah, we're in the pits right now with Level. This is a crucial moment for the year for them. As they're down by 1, they have enough time to get back in this match to tie it up. Let's listen in real quick.
A few minutes, guys. We had a double timeout scenario.
Yeah, they took 1 week.
Yeah.
That's what every player should be around the coach right now.
Yeah, 100%. But they shouldn't be berating him.
Fuck yeah, dude.
No, he should be
They should
dictating
be
to them.
prepared,
Here's
right.
what we're doing. Here's
should
what
be
you expect.
prepared.
Yeah.
I might have had another pot or something. I wasn't sure at first.
No, Billy
Bill
getting ready.
Bernacchi getting in there.
Yeah, he's getting ready for this next one. See about a battle against Diesel.
Way to go, Coach Billy.
Shut my loader off. That's why I kept Let's go, boys.
Well, so now Coach Joviak's talking to one of his guys. I mean, maybe
Looks
they
like
are,
Shonell.
maybe they already have the play set. Maybe that's already dialed in.
It is show hour. They're probably thinking, hey, look, Uprising's expecting us to go big.
I think
this go wide.
I think they had most of their starting 5 already out, so I think they already had whatever they had dialed in as far as game plan already happened because most of their guys were already out there.
Yeah, you're probably spot on. I do think we might see a rope-a-dope. Right?
We'll
But
break
here's
that
the
down.
thing. Here's why I don't think, with a minute 43, I don't think you have to go. I don't think you have to go wide. With a minute 43, you're down by 1 minute 43
To risk wide.
to risk wide. I think you use that middle, right, to create the chaos.
And this is why that I was kind of saying everybody should be around the coach. What I would be explaining to my guys is, hey, here's how much time we're okay with. If we don't get a kill off the break, here's how much time I'm okay with you spending shooting shots.
There it is.
And then at this point in the game, we got to go.
But
And let's
see-
take this thing to an overtime with maybe some momentum.
And that's where you and I think, we've got that up. We don't have to risk wide, but we can certainly risk an asset center to create some chaos, maybe chop down at least one body, which creates the opportunity, right? And once we've got that opportunity, we've spent our time shooting the guns this minute. Now we got to go. So,
I mean, it was just in this situation with the Russians, right? Where I pulled all my guys around me. I explained to them, here's where I want you to be. Here's how long I'm okay with you sitting. If we don't get a kill off the break, if we get that kill off the break, if it comes on this side, I want this. If it comes on this side, I want this.
Yeah, it's up to the coach to set the overall context of the situation. And now here we go. As this is a huge moment, minute 37, and here comes Damian Ryan pushing up the middle, and this is a bad time for a gun to
look at
malfunction. Uprising, but Damian Ryan does get shot. It looks like Borromeo, was it Borromeo? Whoever's up at the center for Uprising had a problem with his gun to start things out. Is now on the delay. Level trying to get out wide on both sides. Does he make it clean? It looks like they do. They make it out to D1 and back corner bunker on the Snake side. So tense moments here as we're down to minute 15.
Yeah, and so in my opinion, this is maybe a little too early for him to have made that move into the center. If you're going to do it, go right at him.
Yeah, so Uprising still with 4 bodies out there, level with 4, and they are pushing forward. Oh, they're going to get shot crossfield in D2, and then here comes the push with Lemon. Lemon's going to eat up that Dorito. Oh, the player for Uprising looking the wrong way. He's going to get backstabbed, and he does. Lemon's still alive. Lemon going to push into these back 2 with tons of time left. Lemon might be doing it. He might be tying it up. No, he does not shoot the back center player. That was still a beautiful move, but does anyone die around him? Looks like Kramer takes the walk.
And the Dorito side level player just gets picked up.
Oh, so who's this back center? Is that Scott or no? I think it's Ormrod. I think it's Ormrod in the back center. Might have saved the day here and knocked level out of this tournament. Yeah, that is going to do it. So a little bit anticlimactic, unfortunately, here for level, but Uprising, time and time again, loves to play the spoiler. They'll step up and win the game when another team is bringing their best at it. Great
And
job
we talked about this, right? We talked about
Time is so important.
exactly the time. And the Dorito side player, he sees Lemon come through. He's creating that chaos. Let's go. Let's build off that chaos and make them. Lemon's drawing the gun.
Yeah.
He peeled off the one. The home now has to switch Snakeway to shoot Lemon. Now your opportunity is to come down and shoot him in the back. Instead, we pause, we turn, and we lose a gunfight.
And again, how do you lose that? You just be shooting that side of the spot. You're holding a gun, a paintball gun. Shoot your gun. Be on the outside edge. Don't let him come back to you. Make him have to come over the top. Make him have to make a mistake.
So Coach Ormrod here.
The other thing, again, why time is important there, is if the time goes, you're still worried about margin. X Factor still has to play a game. So if you do it correctly and you go down, if it doesn't work out, you don't leave Ormrod an opportunity and time left for him to go hang the flag, right? For him to go touch your buzzer.
Yeah.
So now you got a 2-point problem. So you're costing yourself 0.25 in the margin.
Yeah.
You're good at math.
I tried.
So, yeah, just this is a head shaker for a level. It's unfortunate for them. They played really well to get themselves in this position. But, again, you're playing Uprising. This is not the first time I've sang this song. Uprising's real tough in these moments.
And this is kind of what we were talking about earlier. Seattle Uprising, in almost every match they're in, is 1 or 2 point game, right? And here they are playing a 3-0 LVL, winning the match.
Well, 2-1, because this is going to send level.
That's right.
Yeah, this is going to send
2
level
and
to
2.
2 and 2. That's why most likely knocking them out.
I mean, I'm
So-
sure Ryan Brand is somewhere, fist pumping a little.
Yeah. Well, who was it I talked to? Was it X Factor? And somebody wanted Level to win out. Somebody's like, no, it was Diesel. Diesel was like, the only chance we have is if we win out and then Level wins out. So Diesel going to be frustrated here because they're going to be going home, playing X Factor next. And yeah, heading into these last couple seconds is Columbus Level dying on their swords here, pushing forward. And that is going to do it. So Uprising going to take the victory here against Columbus Level. That's a 2-2 record for Level. They had a chance. Probably not going to be enough. Next up is going to be X Factor taking on Diesel, New York Extreme, and Revo to close out the prelims. And then we're also going to be having, I think, some kids championships and possibly got a couple more sets to go before we close out the day, but one more pro game to go, and then find out who's going to be playing who on Sunday, which I'm very excited for. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you check out the Coaches Show. Where can people find it before we sign off?
We will be Tuesday at 10 a.m. on Major League Paintball's YouTube channel, and then you can also we'll drop updates pretty regularly on both our Instagram, which is coachesshow.live, and then our Facebook page.
Check it out. We'll be right back here, 2023 XL World Cup. I'm Adam Marshall. Be right back.